One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from my home. This is NBA One Take, April 30th, 2025. Um, for me, is four NBA games on the docket. The four NBA playoff games. These are game fives. Okay, the playoffs is still going. The first game was a game five between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. This was a great game. This was a great game. Indiana's up 3-1. Giannis is on the ropes. And Giannis, late in this game, had a chance to win. He elected to take a fadeaway jumper off the baseline, something that's not in his bag. If you know Giannis, you know Giannis should have drove, either reverse spin, try to dunk it, and get the foul. He elected to take a fadeaway jumper and he missed. And in overtime, Tyrese Halliburton took over and made the game-winning layup over Giannis. I mean, yeah, there was plays in there. Gary Trent Jr., who had another great game, and that would have been the second Gary Trent Jr. game if they'd have won this. And key possessions. It was almost like the Bill Buckner play when the ball went right through his hands and through his feet. And the Bucks is eliminated from the playoffs. And it was sad because after it happened, Giannis is in shock and in disgust. The Pacers celebrated. Tyrese Halliburton, he's celebrating. He jumped up on the scorer's table. And Tyrese Halliburton's dad, he's very passionate about his son. He's like an old school black man. And he went up to Giannis, not really towards him, doing like this. Yes, it's my son. This is what we do. This is what we do. Giannis is in shock right now of all this. Season's over. He's in shock. He's a very prideful person. And Tyrese Halliburton's dad did it in front of Giannis, taunting him. No security involved. No security. Giannis went up to him and let him and said what he had to say and said, "Look, God bless you. I love you. I love you too." And that was intense. It was a very intense moment because they was face to face. And the NBA is going to do something about it. We know that. But that was something. That was huge because no fan should be coming on the damn court. And you have people talking about they would have probably, if they was Giannis, I'd have punched him in his face. And I don't agree with something in that thing because obviously he knows who that is, and he would have never did that. But man, that was just something. And Tyrese Halliburton in the post game did say that his father was in the wrong. Should never came up. He should never came up on Giannis. He should never did that. And that shouts out to Tyrese Halliburton's character. Yeah, and his dad, you did raise up a very a young man, very respectful, no matter what people think about him. Just thinking he's just overrated. I think that's just stupid. And it's sad that got to take the headline away from the Indiana Pacers actually beating the Bucks, ending Giannis' season, and now Giannis has to answer questions about that, but then he has to answer questions about his future. Say he's committed to the Bucks. Listen, and then now you're getting to drawing the Kevin Garnett comparisons, and that's sad because even though he did win the title from for the Bucks and KG didn't, the furthest he got was to the Western Conference Finals. There's gonna point the similarities of in KG's prime, he should have left. Giannis is in his prime. He delivered the championship. They have no assets whatsoever to even do anything. Damian Lillard is not coming back until late next season. You guys possibly be fighting 6th, 7th seed until Lillard comes back. You have absolutely no moves going for you except for trying to re-sign your guys and then getting guys dirt off the street. When I say dirt off the street, meaning you're gonna have to get you're gonna have to get bargain basement guys. And you can't trade anybody because nobody's gonna give you don't have no assets to even get a credible player to go side Giannis. Kyle Kuzma did you nothing. Besides something in the regular season. Doc Rivers just elected not even to play him or Brook Lopez at the point. He's just saying forget it. No, guy Trent, he played well. He had 33, played great. AJ Green 19. Portis in his had to start 14 and 10. Doc Rivers said, "Man, I got to put the best guys out there. No matter what, I don't care. No, you guys is not starting for me. I'm putting the best guys out there. Give me energy. Give me something." Doc will be back next year. But there's a lot of questions that got to be answered. Tyrese Halliburton, great night for him. 26 and 9. Miles Turner, 21 and 9. Aaron Nesmith, 19, 10 rebounds. Andrew Nembhard, 15. TJ McConnell, 18. I told you the balanced attack is always big for the Pacers. And this is what they hang their hat on. And they're going to the next round. Against Cleveland, who just swept the Cavs, and that's going to be a good series. That's going to be a good one. All right, and the next game of the night is Game 5 between the Detroit Pistons and New York Knicks. This was also a close game, but the Pistons did win a huge game at Madison Square Garden where people thought they wasn't able to do it, and the Knicks was shell-shocked after getting this close win. You already know the controversy in Game 4. I'm not going to talk about that. But Cade Cunningham, 24, 8 and 8. Asar Thompson with 22, and Tobias Harris with 18. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 18, not a good night. Cat Towns has 17 and 11. Mikal Bridges with 17. OG Anunoby, 19 and 8. Josh Hart with 15. And Mitchell Robinson double-double with 13 and 11. That's not going to get it done. You need Cat and Jalen Brunson, who's the clutch player of the year, to really get this, should have got this game done. I'm shell-shocked because I thought the Knicks was going to win. Now the Knicks fans Knicks fans has a big level of concern right now. They're thinking 3-1. They're thinking these guys are going to come back to beat us. And you should be, the Knicks should be concerned with that, but I think they feel that they could be able to take them in 6 games in Detroit. We'll see. We'll see about that. All right. The next game of the night is Game 5 between the Nuggets and the Clippers. And after what happened in Game 4 with Aaron Gordon lob dunk at the buzzer, We thinking the Clippers is going to really storm back and beat them, but that just didn't happen. Bubble Murray is back. Jamal Murray. When I say Bubble Murray, we know what we're talking about. Jamal Murray in the bubble was almost godlike. That battle with him and Donovan Mitchell was something for the ages. Jamal Murray finished with 43 points. He was killing at one point. He's just killing. They could not stop him. Nikola Jokic is playing, quarterback. He didn't have to even score. He finished with 13 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. And let Murray take over. And Gordon had 23, still playing well. Christian Brown, 11 and 12. And Russell Westbrook is back. Russ is back, and he give him 21. High energy. And they're going to go up 3-2 on the Clippers. The Clippers, they tried, but it wasn't enough. They just could not stop the Nuggets. They couldn't do anything. Kawhi Leonard finished with 20, 11, and 9. James Harden, 11 and 8. That's not going to get it done. Zubac finished with 27. Chris Dunn with 15. And Bojan Bogdanovic had 18 off the bench. But it was just too much Jamal Murray. And Bubble Murray is back. If they get this, they're winning the championship. Okay? They get this, they win the championship. Listen, you already know, man. Bubble Murray was on another planet. He was. He was on another planet. For him to be back, that's something. That's something. It is something. Real cause of concern. I don't know what the Clippers is going to do from here. Because you go back home, you could defend home court. Hopefully you can. Because Jokic is going to come in there and try to kill it and take you guys out. Clippers in trouble. They're in trouble. All right, and the last game of the night is the Boston Celtics. They smashed Orlando 120-89 in Boston. Closed out the series. Jason Tatum, 35, 10, and 8, and Jaylen Brown finished with 23. It was just outclassing them. Paolo Banchero, 19 and 9. Franz Wagner, 25, and Wendell Carter Jr., 12 and 10. Okay, Orlando. I already told you about Orlando. They need to try to acquire a playmaker that's actually going to run the team and actually going to possibly be your second best player. Franz Wagner, he's good, but he needs for this team to take it to another level. Franz Wagner has to be the third best player. So, what is that saying? Well, Damian Lillard is out there. Some players in Portland, notably Anthony Simons. Notably, there's other people that's involved. I think Orlando should really think about making some moves to upgrade your roster. They need a playmaker at point guard to be making all the plays so Paolo and Franz do not have to do that. Okay? So they got to really look at that going forward next season. Like I said, the Celtics, they just are waiting for the Knicks and thing. They in championship form right now. But Orlando really they got to make some moves in the offseason. They have to. I know Jalen Suggs, whatever. I think you got to get rid of him. They need a great playmaker to be their second best player. Franz Wagner has to be the third best player. You got to hear what I'm saying. Some players have to be the third best player, even though if they making B-rated money, you got to be able to do that. But this is NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.